Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is John Cave, and I'm going to take you through everything you need to know about your new coach to player communication system. First, you may receive one or several radios depending on how many you ordered. Each radio is used for a play caller. You might have two radios, one for offense and one for defense. You're also going to receive helmet modules. These modules consist of two speakers and a radio receiver. You'll receive a number of batteries. These are quite small. And you'll receive battery chargers. Battery chargers don't look too different from the batteries. However, the exception is you'll see a USB-C hole in the end, and that's how you know it's a battery charger. Now, if you're like me, the first thing you're going to want to do is turn on your radio and turn on a helmet module. So to turn on the radio, simply turn the button. Takes a moment for it to come up, and then it's going to announce offense one. Let's wait for it.
Offense one.
Great. Now your play call radio is up and running. Take one of your helmet modules. I'll take it out of the bag. Take one of the batteries. You're going to need to pair the key. Just turn it until it matches and then connect it in. And as soon as it connects in, you'll hear it boot up and say one. You may have heard it say one when it turned on. And now we're up and running. And all we need to do is take our radio, press the push to talk button on the side, check 1, 2, and you've made your first play call. Once that all checks out, let's prepare the modules for installation into a helmet. You'll first take the hook side of the Velcro and you'll apply that to the back of each of the components that go in the helmet module. The two speakers, the radio receiver, and the battery. So it should end up looking like this when you're all done. And then we'll take the loop side of the Velcro and we're going to install that into a helmet. And we'll install it into 4 different locations. On each helmet ear, towards the front of the ear is where you want to mount the speaker. Towards the back of the ear is where you'll mount the radio. And on the other side, it would be another speaker and the battery behind the ear over here. You also have an option of putting the batteries and the receivers up in the crown of the helmet if your crown supports space for devices up there. But please check with your helmet manufacturer to make sure that they support and they approve the locations of where all the installations go. Okay, next step. You're going to have an assistant, a player, or somebody else put the helmet on. And then you're going to make some play calls with the handheld radio and adjust the volume for that person's liking. We're going to show you how to do that right now. As you can see, there are no buttons on any of our units. So how do you change the channel? How do you change volume? How do we even check what the battery level is? Well, we've got an answer for you. We have an application. It's an app that'll install on your phone, whether it's iOS, Android, Windows device, and eventually Mac, that allows you to monitor each of your devices and make changes to each of your devices. So let's take you through that right now. I'm going to take this unit. So we have the application running on my Windows computer here. As soon as I plug in this device, I'm going to plug in the power to it. It's going to announce its channel. All right, it says it's on channel 1. It now shows up in the dashboard. Now in the dashboard, it's named C2P86D6. That doesn't mean much to you. So let's rename it for the actual player who this module is going to be installed into their helmet. So to do that, I'm going to double click on that and we're going to change their name. We're going to change this module's name to Williams Mike. All right. And Mike is a defensive player. So we're going to choose defense here. Let's not worry about the team ID yet. Let's also not worry about the volume or the channel. And we're just going to hit OK. All right, so in just a moment, that's going to change. We're going to see it says Williams mic. All right, very good. Now we also see the status of the battery. We're at 64%. Seen says now. That means we see it online. The volume is currently set to 6. Sounds pretty good. Well, we haven't really checked it out with Mike yet. And he's on channel 1, which is offense 1. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have Mike Williams or somebody else stands in, and we're going to sample this with an assistant of yours. Put the helmet on. Once they have the helmet on, we should click on this module and be ready to adjust the volume. We can adjust the volume up and make another play call, and we can adjust it down, make another play call, and see what is their preference. After you adjust the volume, however, you do need to hit set. Set will tell it it's now confirmed that we want to do 7, and then test your play calls, and then we're all good. If you ever had to change a channel, we can just change the channel right in this app as well. I'm going to change this from channel 1 to channel 2. And as soon as I hit set, it's on channel 2. And you heard it announce that it's on 2. If I close out of this now, I see Mike Williams. His battery's at 62%. He's seen now. His volume is now set to 7, and he's on channel 2. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you found that very useful, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Thanks, and have a great day.